Hey guys, I'm Rhett with Section 8 Real Estate Investing. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Leave your questions and comments below. I'll get to every single one of them. One of the questions I've got repeatedly on the channel is how do you find turnkey properties with tenants in them? Specifically, how do you find rental properties with Section 8 tenants already in them, okay? And this is kind of for our more seasoned investor, right? We've talked about building your rental portfolio from the ground. We've talked about building a Section 8 rental from the ground up, or a regular straight cash rental from the ground up. All the, from due diligence to purchase to putting your tenant in there. Here we're skipping all those steps, right? We're gonna go right to due diligence, find a property already has a tenant in it, it's already cash flowing. We can skip the months of construction and rehab, finding the tenant, locking them in, right? We're gonna already purchase a home that's turnkey, right? It's ready to go, it's already cash flowing for us. Now, turnkey can mean two things, right? Turnkey can mean you buy it and you turn the key and open the door and it's ready to be rented. In this case, we're referring to turnkey as already cash flowing. All right, I probably should have written that up there instead of turnkey. However, how do I find properties that already have tenants in them? Well, there's a couple ways. One, you can network with other investors in your area, right? Off-market deals, talk to some other investors. Maybe one of them will sell you a property that's already cash flowing, all right? Maybe they're trying to liquidate some cash and they're willing to give up one of their rentals. However, what I like to do is I like to use Zillow. Now, say what you will about Zillow. People have a lot of things to say about Zillow, especially the Zestimates, which give, their what would they believe the property value is for a home. People think that it's not even close. Sometimes it's way too high, sometimes it's too low. Most of the time it's a little high. But I use Zillow for this specifically. And if you use Zillow for the right things, it can really help you. Just like anything, right? It's like any tool. You wouldn't do surgery with a machete, but you wouldn't cut a tree down with a scalpel, right? You got to know what tool works for what. And Zillow is great for this. Now, what I like to do on Zillow is I'll pull up the area that I'm looking at where I want to purchase a rental with a tenant already in it, okay? I like to use the map feature, the draw feature on the map, where I can encompass a large area that I'm willing to buy within. All right, then I use the filters, and I'll filter out the exact price range I want. So for example, say I'm buying a property in Nashville, Tennessee, and I want a tenant in it. I'll start my search at $200,000 and go all the way up to $500,000, okay? That would be my budget. And then lastly, and this is the most important part, I'll go to keywords, okay? That's an option in the filters, keywords. And I'll put a couple different things. I'll put tenant, tenants, occupied, Section 8, and rental, okay? I might switch it up in no particular order, doesn't matter, but what that'll do is that will hit every single listing that is in the circle that I drew, in my price range, and every listing that includes in the little description of the listing the words tenant, Section 8, rental, occupied. Occupied's a big one because a lot of listing agents will use the term occupied if there's someone still in the unit. Now, that'll bring me, say my search of Nashville there were 1,000 homes. Now there might only be 50 or 40, right? Now, I'll go through and fine tune my search, okay? Maybe I'll trim my budget a little bit. Maybe I'll trim the map down a little bit to really dial it in on what I'm trying to buy in the price range, okay? Say I do that, I narrow it down to 30 homes. Now, I'm gonna go through and look at each one, see what appeals to me, see what I like, and then I'm gonna read the descriptions, okay? If it says, tenant has occupied property for 10 years unlawfully, I'm probably not gonna buy that property, right? But if it says Section 8 tenant paying $950 a month, that's interesting to me. I like that one. I'll give that one a heart, right? I'm gonna put that one in my queue. But, some might say currently occupied will move out at close, right? We don't want that. But that's your job, to look at the descriptions and find properties that have tenants, because you will find some that say, selling with the tenant, selling without the tenant. Tenant has a lease for another 13 months. Tenant has at least, until September 3rd, whatever it is. That's how you can find good properties with tenants in them, right? You still have a lot more due diligence to go. We're just cracking the very exterior shell here of the egg. But this is how you find properties that have tenants in them and go from there. Okay, that's my favorite way to do it, and I've had a lot of success doing that. I've bought a lot of cash flowing properties this way. All right, guys, leave your questions, comments below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and we'll be with you with some more videos soon. Thank you.